On the way to the driver's lobby to book off, the fireman hands in his tools and his shovel at the stores. In booking off, the driver makes out a report showing any defects in the engine which he may have found either when on the road or during his examination of it during his disposal on the shed. Where none is found, a special form is provided. He also makes out a form giving his booked workings, any deviations from these being noted. These forms, together with the guard's statement to the driver, are handed in at the office. Any unusual features of the run, besides being set down on paper, are reported verbally with the driver.
Lost 2 minutes at Stafford, George, but right time in. She's a good one, 61.70. Cheerio.
The engine shed is more than a stable for locomotives. Each one, for instance, is equipped with the stores wherein may be obtained not only the daily requisites of the run, but practically every type of spare that may be required to execute running repairs. In addition to carrying out these running repairs, the engine shed looks after the welfare of the engines in another way. Engines undergo a carefully planned series of exhaustive examinations at certain periods during their lives to ensure that they are maintained in as near perfect condition as it is possible to make them. Quite apart from this, all engines are examined daily by a fully qualified fitter. Eventually the time arrives when the engines require a general overhaul, and then they are sent away to the central works to emerge again as almost new engines. Nothing is ever left to chance in the engine shed, care in maintenance being amply repaid in operating efficiency. The repair work and examinations to the various engines shown on the screen is typical of the work that is done in the engine shed. And now we must return to our engine. It is time she was got ready for her next run. The first task is no job for heavyweights. The bar boy cleans the scale that accumulates on the inside of the firebox, which unless removed would cause loss of heat. Now to get some fire into her. The steam raiser's job, this. First, test the water in the boiler. Shut off the steam cocks and see that the regulator is closed. Yes, it's done with 2 ordinary household firelighters. And when your fire won't burn, think of the steam raiser and the size of his fire and try again. The steam raiser will visit the engine periodically to put on more and more coal. The steam pressure rises steadily. When you say, I love you, la-da-dee, la-dee, la-dee.
6170 again this morning, Tom.
Booking on. The driver signs for printed details issued periodically to all train crews, setting out information affecting the running of trains. Crews also receive details of the trains they are to work and their time cards. Engine preparation follows a careful routine to which the driver and fireman adhere instinctively. Efficiency in operation, especially at high speeds, demands attention to detail in preparation, and the engine certainly gets it. Arrived at the engine, the fireman's first job, after checking the amount of water in the boiler, is to attend to his fire. The engine must be well up in steam by the time it leaves the shed. For the driver, engine preparation means a minute examination of all the moving parts on the engine and oiling up. The engine has already been thoroughly examined by a fitter, so that the driver's examination acts as a double check. Sand is used to prevent wheel slip on wet or greasy rails. Important to see that the sand boxes are full before the start of the journey. Test the vacuum brake, and it is almost time to be off. Number 6170 is ready for the road. British craftsmanship has made her a thing of beauty and of power. That she is able to stand as a worthy upholder of a great tradition of safety and security in transport is in no small measure due to the time she spends on the shed.
Right, Tom.